Okay, hi everyone. Today's video is going to be about the review of KTM 390 Adventure and my riding experience with it. I've completed about 1000 kilometers on this amazing motorcycle, and I'm going to give you um, my genuine feedback as a motorcycle enthusiast, and how I've driven it across different conditions and see how the vehicle is performed against my expectations, and how you could benefit from my experience and probably consider buying it someday. So where do I start? I'm going to start with the number 390 first. I think for Indian roads and Indian conditions, 390 packs with it more than enough power than one can ask for. It gives you enough power even in the highways. I've clocked a top speed of about 155 kilometers per hour with heavy wind blast. The lab test says that you can reach about 170 plus kilometers per hour. I mean, with no wind and stuff like that. But 155 on the highway, that's more than enough. Because I mean, for Indian roads, the conditions. You have cows, you have people who change lanes. The phone didn't crack. Okay, that's good. Paid a lot of money for this phone. Yeah, I'm just gonna adjust it slightly better so it doesn't fall. So yeah, 155 kilometer, more than enough speed. Now with speed, what's really important is, I think, braking. It's very easy, I mean, even for a beginner, to speed up how much ever he likes, but at the end of the day, it's about control and it's about braking. And braking is absolutely fantastic on the KTM 390 Adventure. They have a lot of features. They have dual channel ABS, front and back. What that means is that you can slam the brake as hard as you want and you're not going to fall because the tires won't slip. That's what the ABS is. And the ABS has, personally, I think, saved me at least 3 times. First time I was riding in my own lane, the truck in the front started slamming the brakes and the lady on the left started moving towards the right without any reason, without looking at her indicator, without looking on the side view mirror, putting the indicator, doesn't listen to my horn, and then I almost knocked into her. But thanks for the brakes, I slammed the brakes really hard and I was able to slow down my speed from about 120 to 60, and then I got around with that. And that was my first incident of heavy braking. The second one was on the hills. I was going a little too fast on the corner. I did not really anticipate a really sharp turn, and yep, last minute heavy braking, and then I actually went slightly into the dirt. I don't have footage because I don't have a GoPro yet. I went into the dirt at the best. If honestly, if I didn't have the brakes, I'd have probably flown outside the hill and probably tumbled and crashed, and I wouldn't be here giving this review. So braking helped me again. Yeah, I mean, I could keep going on the incidents. In fact, I feel this braking technology, what is there on the KTM, has to be there on all bikes. That's how people die. If you look at YouTube and how people die on motorcycles, bad braking and no traction. And speaking of traction, KTM 390 has the MTC, motorcycle traction control. What that basically means is that, again, it's going to calculate with a lot of technology, your lean angle, your acceleration, where the center of gravity is and stuff like that, and see if you're going to fall or not. And the software takes care of the engine and make sure that you don't slip. You can actually feel the MTC working. Let's say you're leaning a little too hard, MTC is going to come and cut the engine and you're going to be back on your track and you're not going to fall. That works in tandem with the cornering ABS. The cornering ABS, again, is basically an ABS for the corners, and there's a video by KTM on the internet which shows how different motorcycles perform without ABS, with ABS, and the cornering ABS. You have to check that out. That's about the fancy stuff and the technology on the KTM. Let's talk about weight. It comes at about 177 kilos. It might be a little difficult for beginners to ride this vehicle, but I think if you have a little bit of experience, it's not an issue, and it feels weightless once you start mowing, because the weight distribution is just amazing on this motorcycle. You don't feel the weight. It feels extremely light once you start mowing. But the only issue with this weight is that Not only this motorcycle comes under 177 kilos. I mean, compared to a Royal Enfield, which is a 200, this is much better. But again, this is in the adventure category. It also comes with a higher seat height, and I'm 5'7.5", 5'7", 5'8", and I have to tiptoe on the motorcycle. Like, I can't put both my legs on the ground. That might be a little difficult for beginners, and I mean, it is a little difficult riding in the city traffic, and that's where you really feel the weight, right? Like when you have to make that sharp turn when you're parked, or trying to make a U-turn or pull yourself out of the parking area. That's when you really feel the weight. I think, I mean, you can come around that. It's not a big deal. If you have a little bit of muscles, start doing push-ups, train your legs, it's not going to be a big deal. So, but I really think you need that weight. I mean, I've seen heavier bikes, they usually, faster bikes, they come with heavier weight, and you need that weight when you're cruising at a faster speed. So speaking of speed, only about 120 or something, you can feel like the vehicle's shaking a little. That's natural. If you had a heavier weight, you won't feel the shakiness, but that's where the rider's skill and control comes in. So that's a little bit about the weight. And let's talk about the looks and aesthetics. Fantastic. It's got a really aggressive look, and especially with that height, when you pull up with a KTM 390 Adventure, you're the deal. You get the eyes at least from 10 meters away. People can notice that, especially with that height when you're parking. When you pulled up beside a car or something, your seat height is way above, so it's almost at the eye level. So you can really feel yourself in the zone, like with that height. It certainly commands respect on the road, and I mean, it is one of the most premium bikes in India, at least for India, in the Indian market. And for KTM in India, this is the highest model that they sell. They do not sell models bigger than that. And some of you might be interested in mileage. I get about 28 kilometers per liter. I've seen people talk about higher on the highways and stuff. For my riding style, it's 28 kilometers per liter. Pretty satisfied because I use a lot of power. I rev it up and ride in higher RPMs because that gives me more power output, and that's the way I roll. To give you context about this background, this is Malampula Dam. I came here on my Adventure 390. I started from Coimbatore, went to Lanekati, and took a detour, went into the mountains and stuff, took a bath in the river, Manarkad, Palakkad, Malampula Dam. I'll be heading back to Coimbatore after this. And I just thought I could do a review of the 390 Adventure and put it out there on YouTube for people who might supposedly want to know more about the bike. And a lot of people have asked me, like, why did you buy this bike? Why not something else? And you have this video out there, you can watch this video and get to know my reasoning for that. And also, I've been practicing YouTube, so I want that camera experience. It's a little funny. It's not the same as talking to a person. You need to look inside the camera and talk. It's a little different. It's more like a monologue, pretty unnatural. And it's easier right now because there's nobody watching me. I'm standing here by myself in this photo gallery, and there's nobody who's going to bother me. Yep, thank God the video is recording. Oh my God, it's 9 minutes. I spoke for 9 minutes. Yeah. I hope the image is not overexposed. The lighting's not that great. I have the light in the background. Oh, don't fall, please. Yeah. Before I end this video, I could give you a little bit of tour around this place. Oh, look at that eagle. Wow. Nice. Yeah, honestly, I'm exhausted from the travel today. So, also, this was not meant to be like a proper YouTube video where people write a script and stuff. This is just a candid speech which I'm giving about the vehicle, and if people have 10 minutes of their life to spend and watch me, go ahead, watch this video, it's for you. Alright, you you guys have any questions, feel free to drop a comment and I'll answer them. Yeah, cool. I'm gonna head back now. Bye.